they get so much hate watching and hate watching viral clips of them saying ridiculous things. I mean, it is a rabies-infested hen house.
Sunny Hostin has found herself in serious trouble again, and this time, it's with the wrong person. Melania Trump, the former First Lady, is suing her and the other hosts of The View for $100 million. Yes, you read that correctly, $100 million. This is no simple TV disagreement, it's a massive legal battle that has everyone talking. So how did things escalate into such a huge lawsuit? Here's what happened. Melania Trump, who's had enough of what she believes are false and harmful statements made about her on national television, has decided to take action. She's targeting the hosts of The View, who have openly criticized her during their recent episodes. As you can imagine from a show like The View, the hosts didn't hold back in sharing their personal opinions. During one episode, the hosts made some very harsh remarks about Melania's time as First Lady and her marriage to Donald Trump. One of the hosts even implied that Melania was unhappy in her marriage, suggesting she might not even like her husband.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all agree on that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the First Lady anymore.
They agree with you.
These kinds of comments are not just opinions, they feel like personal attacks, especially on a platform with millions of viewers. But it didn't stop there. The hosts also criticized Melania's role as First Lady, from her decisions about redecorating the White House to her views on Christmas traditions. In their eyes, she was someone disconnected from the role, unhappy, and basically uninterested in her position.
She destroyed the Rose Garden. Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want anything to do with him. She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him.
These comments, according to Melania, were not only false but also damaging to her reputation, so she has decided to take legal action. Now, you might think this is just another celebrity fight, but this situation has drawn in Joe Rogan as well. On his podcast, Rogan didn't hold back when discussing the issue. He pointed out the hypocrisy of The View, especially how, not long ago, Donald and Melania Trump were treated like royalty on the show. Back then, they were welcomed with applause and warm hugs. But now, they're being painted as villains. Rogan criticized the show for flipping the narrative, arguing that this sudden shift was more about politics than truth. But Rogan didn't stop there. He also criticized the show's focus on sensationalism and mocked the intelligence of its hosts, as he often does. While his comments were harsh, they struck a chord with his listeners. Many fans agreed with him, calling The View a show that people love to hate, always tuning in to see what outrageous thing will be said next.
Just, it's interesting because I think Sunny is very intelligent, but she's ideologically captured.
Right.
That's sort of. I think the other ones. There's a couple of the other ones. Don't have to name any names. Who are just very dull.
Rogan's remarks only added fuel to the fire, making the lawsuit a hot topic for public discussion. So why is this such a big deal? Sure, it's a juicy drama, but it's also about something more important. This lawsuit could have a major impact on how public figures and journalists are treated in the future. If Melania wins, it could set a new standard for how the media handles celebrities, politicians, and their private lives. Shows like The View might have to be more careful with what they say about public figures if there's a real risk of facing legal consequences for spreading false and harmful statements. For now, all eyes are on this $100 million lawsuit. The stakes are high, and the tension is growing. People are waiting to see how it all unfolds. One thing is certain, this isn't just about Melania versus Sunny, it's about setting boundaries for how the media can treat public figures in the future. The situation with Melania Trump's $100 million lawsuit is not just about her. It touches on bigger issues around the media, public figures, and the limits of what can be said about someone's life on air. The lawsuit brings up important questions about whether there are boundaries when it comes to public narratives and if some things should be off limits in discussions. Right when Melania files this major lawsuit, Donald Trump is also making headlines for his own reasons, and the timing seems too perfect to be just a coincidence. Some people believe that this legal action isn't just about clearing her name. They think it could be a strategic move to shift the media's attention back to her. With all the political drama surrounding Donald Trump right now, this lawsuit might be a way for Melania to reclaim the spotlight and make a statement. Whether it's a calculated move or simply frustration boiling over, one thing is clear: this story has many layers, and we've only just started to uncover them. What sparked Melania's decision to take legal action were the harsh comments made about her on The View. One host even suggested that Melania hated her husband, Donald Trump, and didn't want to live with him anymore. That's a huge accusation, and anyone would be shocked hearing it on live TV. It's the kind of statement that makes viewers pause and replay it to make sure they heard it correctly. When something so extreme is said on national television, it's no wonder that Melania has decided to fight back.
Bro, The View is like a suing magnet. I'm believing at least, guys. But either way, Sunny Hostin canceled from The View after Melania Trump sues for $100 million.
What's especially surprising is how quickly Melania took legal action. Most celebrities in her position might ignore the comments or issue a simple response through their public relations team. But Melania is doing things differently. She's not letting this go. She's suing for defamation, showing that she's serious about protecting her image. This isn't just about stopping a few bad rumors, it's about holding people accountable for what they say. The lawsuit, with its hefty $100 million price tag, shows just how high the stakes are. This isn't a publicity stunt, it's a serious step Melania is taking to defend herself. As the former First Lady, she needs to protect her public image, both personally and professionally. The comments made about her weren't just careless, they were harmful, and she wants the world to know that she's not going to let them slide. But there's a bigger question here: what does this lawsuit mean for the rest of us? Public figures like Melania are constantly under scrutiny, but do they have the right to privacy? Or do they have to accept a certain level of public exposure just because they are famous?
Here to discuss.
Yeah, well, it's a dumb way of addressing a thing, and to immediately say that someone's been co-opted with no evidence whatsoever. There's nothing about anything that you said.
Where do we draw the line between free speech and defamation? This case could have significant consequences in the world of media law. Experts believe it could change the way the entertainment and news industries handle the private lives of celebrities and politicians. There's been some criticism of Melania's decision to sue. Some argue that she's just using this situation for publicity, while others believe she's genuinely trying to protect her reputation and send a message that the media can't cross certain lines.
At least. It's really important how you say things, right? Definitely important. So after some really quick research here, this is nonsense.
The truth likely lies somewhere in between. At its core, this lawsuit is about finding the balance between fame, privacy, and media responsibility. It reminds us that even public figures deserve protection from false and damaging statements. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, but before you go, don't forget there's more drama to come and you don't have to miss it. Hit that like button and subscribe for all the latest updates on Celeb Nova.